Hello, good morning. Hello, Diamond Painters. DP Crazy Lady here at 6:10 a.m. on the 28th of May, Tuesday, 2024. I thought I'd come on real quick. I just had my breakfast, so I don't have to worry about grumbellies. I had to have something to eat. Reminding you that I'm working on a Randal Spangler. It is Curl Up with a Good Book. It's a 27.6 by 27.6 inch or 70 by 70 centimeter. There is one AB, 55 colors. I'm going to put the start date in. I forgot to do it. I'll put it in as of yesterday. It's a diamond art. So I did a little bit on it last night. Just a little, it doesn't. They're pretty straight. They'll be straighter, as I put them in because I'll be piddling with them because I can't stand, even with rounds, they got to mesh together. That's not a OCD thing. It's just a me thing. I have my coffee. And I wanted to show you, after I did this little bit here, then I thought, you know what, I want to do at least one coaster every couple days. So I did one of my pie coasters. So here it is. Here's my, I guess that's a blueberry pie. Now I haven't sealed them yet, and these are wood. Some of the other ones are plastic. These are wood. So I'm wondering, should I seal both sides? Because I am going to put my cork, my round corks on here. So I'm thinking, you know what? I think I'm going to seal both sides. That way, in case any, if your bottle or something, sweats a little bit and it dribbles off, it's not going to hit some of this wood and, soften it up or rot it or whatever. So I will seal both sides. But I thought this was cute. It looks good. A nice little pie. So there's, 7 more. So I figure every couple days I'll show you one that I finished until they're done. Daughter seems to be doing a lot better. I seen her earlier this morning. She got up and said something about the puppy needed to go out or something or whatever. So she took him out. But her face is not as swollen as it was yesterday. It's still puffy, but it looks like it's starting to droop. And I think that's because, the swelling is going down and the skin is sagging a little, So we're going to call the dentist today. There was nobody there yesterday, of course. I said, well, if you have an emergency, contact blah, 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 hospital, whatever. Well, we did that. So I'm going to call them this morning, exactly 9 a.m., and see what they want us to do. I am telling him he better write her a prescription for a lot stronger meds, pain meds, than what, stupid Motrin. I mean, she was taking that, and it was killing her stomach because she was just almost eating it like candy, which is bad for your liver, too. Motrin, ibuprofen, all that, So, I appreciate all your kind thoughts. My daughter does, too. I mean, really. I just want to thank you all so much for thinking of her, either thinking, praying, kind thoughts, whatever. whatever you did, hopefully it worked. I think it did. Positive vibes are positive vibes. That's just what it is. So, let's see. Since today is the 28th, there's nothing on my agenda until the 31st. We get our checks, disability checks, and going to pay bills as per usual, and hopefully there'll be a little bit left over as a cushion for the month. I don't plan on purchasing any more diamond paintings for the month of June. If GBFKE gets ready to ship, I'll let you know that when it arrives. That could be in the month of June sometime. I'm just going to, leisurely take my time on this Dragline by Randal Spangler, and just, like I said, just take my time, because I have my gnome done for June and July, so I don't even have to start another gnome until sometime in July. So I have one ready for August. But someone commented, about gosh, talking to or listening to me, while they're diamond painting or whatever, and I do the same thing. I listen to other people either through their diamond painting, or I watch other things on YouTube so I can diamond paint at the same time. It just seems like, to me, like a big old quilting bee, except it's a little delayed because, you're not right there face to face. But it's nice to, I'm talking to the airwaves, basically. And then y'all comment, and it's like, hey, you answered me. I got a answer, so I can chat right back at you. I don't associate pretty much with anybody that lives around or near me here, so I don't have, I guess I can honestly say I don't have physical friends, out and about here. I never was one for a whole lot of, friends. I might have, one good one, at a time, or something that I would talk to or spend time with. And I'm not an antisocial person, not at all. It's just that, and the person does not have to have something in common with me, because that's what makes it interesting, is, if I had someone that was a friend of mine and everything we did was identical, well, what good's that? What did I learn? You learn from people, and if you're all the same and you're doing the same stuff, how do you grow? How do you learn to care about other people or think about other things if if you're not getting that, I don't know, it's not an opinion, you're getting that feedback, that input, from other people. I mean, whether they, believe the same way you believe, and I don't discuss religion and politics and stuff, but I mean, if your ideas and ideals are different, you're not put on this earth to change the person next to you. I think we're put here to, like, grow and help others, no matter what their, belief system is. Just to, you don't want to change them. You just want to give them feedback so that they go back and think, hey, wait a minute, I may not, accept what that person said, but you know what? They gave me an idea. I mean, it's just like nurturing your children. You teach them, and darn well, no matter what you teach your children, when they become adults, they get, either influenced or input from other people, and you hope what you told them or taught them makes a difference. And, if your friendships are based on, or any relationship is based on, let's see how I can change this person. Let's see how I can, manipulate them or whatever. No, you don't do that. You just hope that the many differences between the two of you make you really good friends because you're interesting. You gave me ideas. You made me think. And I know I'm babbling. It's just like random thoughts. Yeah, I've been yelling at that little guy in my head because I think he went on vacation for Memorial Weekend, and he just kind of, he needs to come back and give me some input here. I love talking to people and expressing my views or, my ideas or how I'm feeling that day. And you guys make it possible. YouTube made it possible for me to at least communicate. Somebody can sit here all day and I'll watch television. Yes, I'll talk to my daughter, but she does her thing. I do my thing, and even though she's my daughter, yes, we do some things completely alike, but in other ways we do things totally different. I'm, let's see, sometimes I feel like I'm stuck in the 60s. That's an old song, stuck in the 60s again. But yeah, I mean, and what's nice though is with my daughter, raising her the way I did with, me liking, the big bands and the eras of that time, stuff. Sometimes people have said, how old are you? Because, and that's when she was, way younger than she is now. And it's like, I mean, if you can walk up to some other kids and you'll go, I like Bob Dylan, or Donovan. You can say Donovan and they'll go, who's that? And it's like, bam, this slap in the face, it's like, oh my gosh. And you could say, what is it? Now see, I'm losing the name. I'm lousy with names, but the one that did Alice's Restaurant, but it's like you go to say these names and you think, oh yeah, everybody, they'd heard of them. I mean, you're in your own delusion, I'll tell you. If you think that everybody remembers what you remember, and especially the younger generation. And even if you talk to their parents are going, who is that? And you forget that they're even, still much younger than you. And, and the only way you're going to get a positive, oh yeah, I know who that is if you talk to the grandparents. Then you know how old you are. It's like, oh boy. you know, it's like I said, I'm 72 years old. I'll be 73 in December. And unless I look in the mirror, you know, I don't feel or look 72 to me until I look in the mirror. I don't have the mentality of some 72-year-olds. And, you know, where I mean, I do know everything creaks and moans and stuff when I move. And, you know, I can't jump up anymore. I've tried that. Doesn't work. I noticed that if I get up to walk and I start, you know, to not trip, but to, you know, stumble in one direction, I just keep going in that direction. I can't balance myself back. So it's like, you know, things have, you know, some parts have worn, the warranty has expired. So, you know, we have to, you know, kind of subsidize it with something else. You know, you have to go a little slower. You have to, you know, and sometimes I think the puppy is out to not kill me, but maim me. And I keep trying to remind him, I feed you, you know, don't mess with, you know, the person who feeds you. But yeah, he still wants to dig at my carpet. You know, there's got to be something I can spray on the carpet. I know there used to be some stuff and that was called bitter apple that you could spray on. It didn't, you know, damage furniture or anything like that, but you could spray it on furniture. You know, it would keep the dogs or cats, you know, from either clawing the piece of furniture or chewing on it like a dog would and stuff. So I don't know. You know, I would never declaw an animal, excuse me, you know, a cat or anything, because they just tear their toes out. I mean, that's gross. But anyway, I mean, yeah, I know the puppy doesn't understand me, but I told him, I said, you claw my carpet. You keep clawing my carpet, I'm gonna treat you like a cat, and I'm gonna declaw your feet. You know, and he just kind of looks at me and tilts his head, like probably thinking, yeah, right, sure, lady, you got to catch me first. So, but you know, I don't want to tear my carpet up and put down hardwood floor that I have, like I have in my kitchen, because that floor will be awful dang on cold in the winter. And he's used to running, you know, from one end of the hall back. And if it was a hardwood floor, I would just be seeing him trying to gain traction, and he just like and not taking off, you know. So, oh, I don't know. And I do not know what's for supper today. The barbecue wings were really good yesterday. And it wasn't barbecue sauce so much. It was called like a dipping. It was his dipping wing sauce or something. So all I did was I put some garlic herb seasoning on the wings with a little bit of olive oil, and you know, mix that around, and then threw them in the air fryer, and they got nice and crispy. And then I took some of that his dipping sauce for wings and poured it in a bowl and flopped the wings around in that to coat them, and oh, it was so good. And of course the Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. I love all veggies, so it's no big deal. If I didn't crave every once in a while a nice, you know, piece of beef or something like that, I probably could become a vegetarian. At least a somewhat, you know, vegetarian. So, nothing on the agenda. Well, yes, there is something on the agenda today. My living room has to be cleaned. I told my daughter, since she's feeling a little bit better, she can at least keep an eye on Liam, so he stays out of my way while I'm trying to move the furniture and you know, sweep and dust and vacuum behind, and etc., etc. So I can get the living room cleaned up. So that'll be done. I don't have to take my curtains and drapes down. I had done those right around the winter time, so I figured this fall I'll pull them back down and wash them. They're good right now. The kitchen, I have to scrub and wax the floor. I'll use my buffer that I have and get to it. And then I still, it's still on my agenda to get the shed somewhat readied out so that I can get some of the containers in here and, get some of this stuff that's in here out of here that doesn't need to be in here, that I don't use. Or get rid of what I have in here and give that to the church too, and they can, sell it. So, but basically nothing really major on the, on the calendar, so to speak. Except, like I said, getting hold of that dentist and see if he may want her to come in today. I don't know. That's if they have an opening. You can't force them. So, let's see. No, I've been watching. I really haven't been watching anything. I mean, I've been watching stuff, listening to it, whatever, but no real series or anything like that. I like crime dramas and different stuff like that, but I've seen, some of them over and over and over again that, I find myself sitting here and, diamond painting and mouthing the words because it's like, oh boy, because I know what they're going to say before they say it. I've seen it so many times. Excuse me, coffee. That's what I do have to do. I have to go up and get another bottle of creamer. Because we're pretty much out. And so I got to get at least one more. And, like I said, for dinner, I don't know. Maybe pork chops again. I don't know. Then I have to figure out, what kind of style I want them to be. Because I don't want to make just like straight pork chops. I want to make something, I don't know, somewhat fancy. So it feels different, like I'm eating something different rather than the same old meat. Years ago, I used to sit there and go, okay, you got chicken, fish, and beef. I said, they didn't invent any new meat. I mean, I'm tired of the same old thing. Chicken, fish, beef. Chicken, fish, beef. It's like, so now if I, have it, I try to do something not exotic with it, but, try to do something different to disguise what it really is so it tastes totally different. And I wish I still had those doggone cookbooks. I probably mentioned it before, but when I was my first marriage in the 70s, his mother had bought me a set of, I think it was either Better Housekeeping or Betty Crocker or whatever it was. I've seen them on like in the nostalgia type sites, and I think there was a set of them for sale quite a while back, but I was not willing to pay that kind of price. But I think there were 5 books in it, hardback, and they were in like a cardboard, like you could slide them out. And each one was, you had one for chicken, one for beef, one for fish, and then think it was 4 or 5 books. I don't remember. Anyway, and then one of them was for what they call it. They didn't say ethnic. I don't know. It was something. And what I would do is once a week, I would go to that particular recipe book, and I would make, you know, either an Oriental dish or a Hawaiian dish, or I'd make, you know, whatever ingredients I had or that I bought specifically just for that meal. I would make that, and my husband never knew what, you know, what country we were visiting that Friday. You know, so that was a lot of fun to, you know, because I do love to cook if I have the ingredients. If I have it, you know, it makes it worth it to me to cook and to invent things or come up with, you know, stuff. And, you know, it made it way more interesting now since I, you know, eat specific things because of the type 2 diabetes. It's even more adventurous, you know, like, let's see, can I do this and it still tastes good? And I've only had maybe once or twice where it didn't come out the way I thought it should. And then I just tweak it better the next time, you know. So, probably, like I said, I'm going to go through my freezer and see what's in there. Stuff gets kind of buried. I have the French door refrigerator, and then the freezer is a pull-out, you know, like an ice chest type, you know, or something. And things get kind of jumbled in there. I try to keep certain meats on the left basket and certain on the right, and then all the veggies up on the top drawer. And that doesn't always work because it's like, oh, I got to find something. You start pulling it out and you shift it over here, shift it over there. And by the time you're done, it's like, I can't find anything now, which should be normal for me because that's usually what happens. I end up hiding stuff from myself. I mean, I was looking all around for something specific with my diamond painting the other day. And I said, I know it's right there. That's where it was before. No. Yeah, that's where it was before I cleaned it up and said, I'm going to reorganize. And I reorganized myself right out of my mind because I lost what I was looking for. I had to search and search and search. And then finally, I found them and said, well, I'm going to put them back where I had them before. And now, do you know, I can't remember where I put them again. And I can't remember what it was I was looking for. So it's time to start writing notes. And then you got to go around saying, okay, where's the note? It's like my mother, you know, I told her, I said, we need to get, like they have for cell phones and stuff like that. You push a button and it'll tell you where it is. You know, it'll beep or whatever. We need that for our glasses and other little items, you know, where you hit the button and you go, oh, there it is, you know. They need to invent that for everything that us elderly people need, off and on. So, you know, it's like my stepmother. She drove a older Cadillac, and she's passed away since. But she went walking up to her car, you know, white Cadillac, and kept trying to get the key in and pushing the button and everything else, and nothing was happening. She ended up, and that's just true, she ended up calling a locksmith, you know, that unlock your cars, and say, I can't get into my car. For some reason, the key's not working, and blah, 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 blah. She was in the wrong car. Her car was like, you know, like a row over or something, you know, and the guy said, well, you know, and she wore hearing aids, so she couldn't always hear everything. If she turned it up too high, it would screech and scream. And the guy said, push your button again. And she did, and he said, well, this car's not beeping, but 2 rows over, there's one over there beeping. And she said, there is? He said, yeah. He said, it's right over there. And she looked, and she went, oh. And, you know, she was German, and she had, you know, spoke broken English after all those years still. And she said, he probably thought I was some German, some foreigner that didn't know what, you know, or that I was trying to steal a car or something like that, you know. And he could, I mean, yeah. So, it happens. It's kind of hard for me to misplace my car. There aren't any out there that park, you know, where mine is and what mine looks like. So I can't. The only way I miss my car is if I park between 2 pickup trucks or 2 big vans. I can't see my car. I cannot see my car. It's so tiny, so little, and short that you could walk right past it if you're not paying attention. So I could lose it that way. I'm waiting for somebody to decide, hey, we can steal that car. We just get 4 or 5, you know, good-sized guys. We can pick that sucker up and off we go. So, well, I think I've babbled enough, and I'm going to get myself in gear here and do some, ouch, 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 ouch. My hair is caught in my, yeah, check that out. Jeez. Oh, this is, I can tell this is the start of a very lunatic day. I can see it, I can see it. I feel like I'm wired today. I'm not. I didn't do anything. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. So, I think I'm going to sit here and diamond paint until, let's see, it's 6:39 a.m. At 9, I sit here and diamond paint until 9, call that dentist office and see what's what with them. And then about noon, go in and start moving everything in the living room, at least one side at a time. You know, moving it to the center of the room and getting behind and dusting and all kinds of goodies. Probably going to find all kinds of little hairball or fur balls back there. I know Angel goes back behind the furniture all the time, and who knows what toys or what I'm going to find back there. It's like the little, you know, cartoon, and lady moves the couch and there's all the cat's toys under there, and the cat says, you know, I knew they were there. I was hiding them. Don't move it, you know. It's like, or you find all your hair ties and, you know, everything under there because a cat took them there. So, well, I'm going to get off here and hope you all have a good day. Hope you've recovered from Memorial Weekend. No fireworks. No, nothing in the park. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that they weren't shooting off. I heard yesterday, mid-afternoon, evening, I heard like a couple firecrackers. You know how you get kids will get like a string of them, you know, and set them off, and you'll hear bang, 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 bang. And it freaked the puppy out because he went out to go to the bathroom, and just as he was getting ready to lift his leg, they went off, and he said, I'm in. So he didn't get to go to the bathroom at that particular moment. But that was it. I didn't hear any fireworks being shot off. You know, I think it was the weather. I think with the rain and the storms and all that. And it's kind of gray out today. We're probably going to hit our, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are going to be cooler temperatures. Which is good. If it stays at least 65 or so, I can still open the window. I don't need to turn the heat on. Now, at nighttime, I may have to. So, well, I'm going to get off here and get back to this, drink my coffee, see what I can find on YouTube, and hopefully that everybody has to go back to work today. If they didn't work yesterday, I hope you're okay. It's a pain, I know. I used to work, so I do sympathize with you. So, well, you have a good one. Love you all. Hugs. Thanks, y'all, for sharing, on wherever you shared my videos. I appreciate it. The subscribers, the likes, the comments. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. I love it. So, have a good one. Hugs. DP Crazy Lady. Happy painting. Happy diamond painting. Happy whatever it is you're going to do today. I'm out.